Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Tar Heel State, where the legacy of the late, great Sam Mills lives on with each pound of the drum. And that means we are ready for football here at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7, as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Carolina Panthers. On the Rams sideline is Sean McVay. His guys flew across the country for this one. Always tough to play in the early slate of games. We're making that trek. His counterpart on the other side, the Panthers' Dave Canales. His guys ready to show out in front of the home fans as they try to send them home happy at the end of this one. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So out come the Rams down for their first possession. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with.
If you go 3-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have a perfect game.
The numbers for Gibbs from last week: 10 carries, 131 yards, and also the score.
Just an excellent performance from them on the ground last week. And that's
his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a first carry for their fullback. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Brings up second and
now Young. Got a man, that's Leggett. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
It's 3rd and 7.
Third down, Young from the gun. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete. On for the field goal now is Evan McPherson. From the left hash, a 31-yard attempt. McPherson's kick is good. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. So a pretty good opening drive that'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
The Rams offense led by their running back headed out for the second possession. And he's made his presence felt in the passing game throughout the season. You look at the NFL's leader in receiving yards by a running back. His name right there at the top. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
32. Ready?
Off play action. Patterson. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
That's good for the Rams. First down.
Here we go.
They go play action here on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Perez. They'll go down as a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up second down. Back to throw again. Now he'll tuck this and run. And And this is caught. He's got a touchdown, LA. Jahmyr Gibbs, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Rams are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead.
He was able to move around and found some vision to throw the football. And how about how he ended it? Boy, he had some zip on that throw.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt to have an arm like that. Results in the touchdown here. Great play offensively. Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Oh, good return up past the 30. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Young to throw it. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. There's the Panthers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Rams will go on offense here. Go to 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive. And they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. He'll try and do this himself. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up. Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass.
Here we go. Ready?
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Yeah, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. They'll look to throw again. Setting up the screen, this is Gibbs. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Here's 2nd and 10.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Okay, what?
Again, he'll drop to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Rams add 6 to their lead.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, It was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Aubrey now for the PAT. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Looking to put a drive together.
Blue check.
Young now. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Up the middle they go. Fulton. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
45.
Here's Young. Now they go screen. It's complete. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Ready?
Now Young. He'll get this into the hands of Price. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first.
Here we go. Set. Ready. Hut.
Now Young on 4th down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Switch. Yellow. Set. Hut. Black. 95. Ready?
Looking to throw. Young. And it's caught. Touchdown, Panthers. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers have cut it back within a score. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line. The Rams offense and Jahmyr Gibbs headed back onto the field. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. We have witnessed touchdowns on back-to-back drives to see if the offense can continue this uptick here.
And I know you're looking at me funny. You're wondering when I'm going to get upset watching these guys go up and down field, aren't you?
I wasn't looking at you. I got something in my eye.
That's the excuse that you always use for something like that. Listen, I appreciate good offensive football as much as the next person. When it's played well and is skillful, I'm with it. And right now, this is exciting.
Oh, the defender likes it.
Here we go.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Pass complete there in the clear. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw. Patterson. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it's 2nd down.
Here we go.
Looking to throw. Patterson. That one into the hands of Flowers. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
Right.
That's another Rams first down.
Operating from the gun, Patterson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Ready.
Back to throw. Patterson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
A 5-yard pickup on the play.
Looking to throw. Patterson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
On 4th down, Patterson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A great play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Rams take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. It took a pretty big risk right there going for it on 4th down, but hey, not only did they get the first down, forget about that, they got in the end zone.
Yeah, because normally you're just thinking, can I get enough yardage to get it past the sticks and pick up a first down? Instead, they go for the end zone and get it done with no margin for error. Remember, 4th down, they went for it.
Aubrey now for the point after. It's good, and it's 21-10. That time, a 9-play drive. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Panthers now set to take over offensively. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Ready, go.
They'll send the tight end in motion. Young to throw it. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Young is set to throw. They'll find McMillan here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Gain of 10 yards.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right.
1st and 10 at the 48.
Throwing, Young. That one complete to again. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll be 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Now a handoff up the middle. Fulton. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. The Panthers on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Fulton given 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
Panthers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Now here's Young. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 1:54 left on the clock here in quarter number 2. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Red, 30.
To throw, Young. That one complete to Eagle. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. 2nd and 2, 1st down marker at the 8. Young. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll take it across for a Panthers touchdown.
Previous play is under review.
A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers have got it back to within a score. I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Clock swap.
They'll try to run this one in. And he will take it across for Panthers touchdown. A great effort there with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. A 10-play drive that time. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The visitors' offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. We take a look at the league leaders in receiving touchdowns out of the backfield. And his numbers are superior to the rest of his peers at this point in the season. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Gibbs straight ahead. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that. And by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know the funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down.
At the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 8.
Let's go.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Yellow.
So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State and Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thank you. Starting to feel like fall outside, isn't it? Week 7 on the schedule. Let's get right into it. Our look at the NFL starts now. In the Steel City, it's the Steelers at home to take on the Bengals in the AFC North. And this is not exactly a thing of beauty, but it'll do the job. And this is a touchdown. Next, let's go to Landover, Maryland, just outside the nation's capital. Looking in on the Commanders, they're hosting the Green Bay Packers. And this is the Commanders wideout. He's going to bring this one in, and away he goes. 75 yards this one goes. The catch and run for the score. One more to bring you up. Let's go to Arlington. The Cowboys hosting the Chicago Bears. And this is Caleb Williams. He's got a couple of touchdown passes in this first half, including this one. This one's now at the half, and it's the Bears on top in this one at halftime. With that, a look at the rest of the action going on. Remember, bye weeks are in play, so the schedule a little lighter than it's been in weeks past. Meanwhile, in our game, both teams have been able to move the ball effectively. It might be a question of which defense can make a stand in the second half. As we get you back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. Second and 10.
Young. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 42.
First down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Young off the bootleg. Got him in. That's legal. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's first and 10.
That's another Panthers first down.
Up the middle they go. Fulton. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
Ready.
Second and 10.
Young to throw it. Got a man. That's Leggett. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Now Young. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
Throw out wide, going to be incomplete. Charles, something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not. Well, now they're at 6-0. Are you still trying to tamp down the expectations in that locker room?
Well, for me, it's less about tamping down expectations and much more about not getting ahead of yourself as a team. And look, they've got to play each game individually. Right? Many teams talk about being 1-0 at the end of each and every game each week. To me, you got to understand you cannot win the Super Bowl in October.
Shifts past him at the 45. And he's going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for a Rams first down.
Ready?
Off the bootleg. Patterson. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. That's a strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone.
That's another Rams first down. First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. 2 yards to go, 2nd down.
Ready.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Ready.
On the jet sweep, here comes Puka. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Puka Nakua, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Rams have retaken a 3rd quarter lead. So a very strong first drive in this second half, Charles, as they've turned that halftime deficit into a 3rd quarter lead.
And they were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But, boy, they executed awfully well moving the ball down the field.
Aubrey now for the PAT. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. Young working out of the gun. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Panthers, first down. First and 10.
They'll give to the fullback on the dive. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. From the 44-yard line, here's a second down and 6.
It's now second and 6.
Operating from the gun. Young. And he'll find his man on the outside. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
First down. First and 10.
Here we go.
29-yard line.
Ready.
It's Young off play action. Now he's going to step up and run. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
A gain of 5 brings up second and 5 at the 25-yard line.
Now a handoff up the middle. Fulton. And we'll get a couple here down to the 22.
He was taken
Here's
down
third
at the
and 3.
22-yard line. It's a gain of 2. Brings up third and 3.
From the shotgun, it's Young. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
On first down, Fulton. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Panthers have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the third quarter. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it's capped off by a 13-yard touchdown run. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
And we're back now in Charlotte. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter.
Ready. 50, green.
Operating from the gun, Patterson. And this one too low.
So many qualities coaches tick off when they talk about, hey, what it was going to take to make an excellent quarterback. Accuracy has to rank near the top of every list.
Talk about arm strength, that's great. Mobility, great. But you need that accuracy in there. That one well in front of his man.
Yeah, now they got to face a big third down.
8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Set, hut. Black, 95, set.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
13 yards. First down, Los Angeles.
Back to throw. Patterson. Throw caught by Flowers. So the completion good for just 3. And that will bring up second down.
Brings up second and 7 at the Panthers' 40.
Ready?
Off the play fake. Patterson. That's caught. It's Flowers. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Patterson. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
It's been a nice day for him as a passer and as a runner. One of the few mistakes he's made in this ballgame. The wrong choice on that one. That one goes incomplete.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Puka Nacua. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Rams answered back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth-quarter lead. Plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown on the other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to put something together here. And they were able to do so and retake the lead right back.
Aubrey now for the point after. And that will make this a 4-point game. So that drive goes 8 plays. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown. Their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter, and a chance to regain the lead in the tight one. Shows his strength at the 50. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 62 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Let's go now. Set. Go. Yellow. 43. Cut.
Young now. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it
Ready,
3rd
set,
and
go.
4.
10 black. Cut.
Now Young. And this pass broken up. Now the contact well timed there, and now fourth down. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'll look to throw now on first down. Wide open receiver complete. Now he's into the clear again. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown Rams. Puka Nacua, 69 yards. And the Rams add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Aubrey now for the PAT. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. The quick strike ability certainly intact there. 2 plays, 80 yards to score it. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And able to get this out to the 25. Carolina getting set to take the field. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Broken tackle. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Here's 2nd down and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
Here's Young from the shotgun. Quick hit here, it's complete. Pushes past him. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Time becoming a factor, down 2 scores, though they have 2 timeouts and, of course, the 2-minute warning to work with as well. This is caught by McMillan. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
16 more yards. That's another.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. Here's 1st down. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. Here's 1st and 10. Now Young. Now he'll tuck this and run. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. 2nd and 5.
At the 15-yard line. A gain of 5.
Here's Young. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the Panthers are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line. Young. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Here now, 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal. At the 8-yard
Young
line.
to throw. And this is caught out for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
They're all about the numbers, aren't
All
they?
about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. The Rams go victory formation as they take the knee. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one, because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to one possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for the Rams, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home